Welcome back to Guns of the Patriots. But before we start Act 4 proper, let's rewatch a little bit of that briefing, this time using the Mark II's camera, like we've been doing up until this point.
I guess now we're using the Mark III, though.
Mm-hmm, true.
Since Mark II is no more.
Alas.
So let's see what Sunny's up to.
I mean, she was still preparing eggs, but she got something from Amazon, I guess.
One of those AIs was GW.
Oh, well, this is mid-2000, so it's probably eBay instead.
She got herself... I think it's some kind of meal. I couldn't quite see it properly.
Maybe it's one of those instant rations.
Probably.
GW was one of the Patriots cell AIs. It was installed on Arsenal gear. Emma's worm should have put it permanently out of commission. But Liquid somehow recovered and repaired it.
Interesting angle for these
I'm
cameras.
guessing JD must be unable to recognize GW, even though it's inside the Patriot system. It's a blind spot.
Oh.
GW was written off.
For this particular one, since the Mark III is not moving, you can only alter between the various angles of the various cameras.
5 nights at Snake.
And there you go. So it is a meal. So what are you making, Sonny?
Instant noodles?
I think so. It looks like it is instant noodles, I think.
Even the AI threat
And oh look, guys!
Something even you couldn't struggle to.
Oh look, guys! Sonny's TV is on the Hideo 2 channel.
My favorite.
You might remember that as one of the channels you can surf through at the beginning when we were surfing for all those live-action channels, right? Mm-hmm. So Sonny's TV is on Hideo 2.
5 years ago, GW was on board.
Where's this haven?
Although, haven't you forgotten the eggs on the fire, Sonny?
Well, that's another bat that'll go up in smoke.
Alas.
It's only a matter of time before we find him.
Man, if Sonny keeps her TV on all the time, the bill must be...
I guess in terms of the bill, they need to pay for the batteries for this plane.
I guess.
I
Yeah.
mean, I assume they don't exactly have cable, given how disconnected they are from the grid.
Depends. Considering they fly around all over the world, I guess they must have something for receiving good reception.
My point is like, well, something like that would potentially be tracked by the system.
Oh, fair enough.
Alright, that's
So I assume that, they're trying to stay as off the grid as possible.
Yeah, that's enough of 5 Nights at Snakes, so moving on.
Welcome to
Right,
Act
so,
4,
Diagnosis.
Twin Sons. Of
Hey,
course.
it's like twin snakes!
Yes, that is it. It's a reference. You get it?
So clever.
Oh, genius. This was all the Oscars and
Alright.
everything.
So let's actually land this time.
No crash landing, please.
I mean, last time Snake had to reach Shadow Moses, the underwater, so this is like a technical improvement.
Is it though? Is it really? Because at
More
least he had a...
comfortable.
I guess it helps that we don't have a bunch of goons.
Ow!
Yeah, about being more comfortable.
Again, Snake's too old for this shit.
Have to hurry.
Those years were prematurely taken. God damn it, Kojima.
There you go, Mark III.
And yeah, it's the last one that Autocon has, so handle with care, please.
I don't see anybody around, but there
forgot
are
what
unmanned
happened to
sentries
Mark
patrolling
I.
the area. Be careful out there.
What are they even doing here? Like, you're telling me the Patriots did not want to disband this thing, but they still had people patrolling it nonetheless. Again, it feels like a waste of money in terms of,
Well,
handling the area.
Okay, like...
when you have so much money from the war economy, you run out of things to spend it with. So I guess at this point, there's just rich
Yeah,
people.
but now the war economy is kind of crashing.
I mean, it's like I said, I love Metal Gear Solid 4. I definitely do think it's an improvement over where Metal Gear Solid 2 left us, but I can't deny that it does have some pretty silly and kind of stupid plot elements in there. Nothing that gets me, like, down off of it to the point of hating it. Like I said, I still do really like Metal Gear Solid 4, But I would say that I feel like some plot stuff was just, well, it's this way so that we can wrap a bow on everything,
Yeah.
essentially.
For me, it's one of those things where... From one of those things where the good still outweighs the bad. And second, one thing that I'm cutting a bit more slack, because remember, Kojima originally didn't want to make this game. He made this because the fans demanded it. So...
Okay. To be fair, we still give Takumi flack for Apologists, even though he didn't really
Oh, sure.
make that one.
Well, okay,
so-
okay, but here's the thing, Joe. But the reason I give that game so much flack is because that game is genuinely terrible.
But it's not, it basically does the opposite of wrapping things up.
Like, trust me, if Apollo Justice was good, I would be singing a different tune, but it's not. Like...
Well, okay. To be fair to you, Apollo Justice was not setting to wrap up anything. That was set to actually continue stuff, whereas this game is supposedly trying to wrap up stuff.
See, if this game was the Apollo Justice of Metal Gear, it would be once again Raiden as the main character, with Snake being constantly put aside at all times, or something like that, right?
No. Like I said, this is the dual destinies to Metal Gear Solid 2's Apollo Justice in that regard, essentially.
I don't know. I actually enjoy Metal Gear Solid 2, so I'm not entirely certain if I can.
I mean, hey, there are people that enjoy Apollo Justice as well. I'm
I
strictly
guess.
talking
Oh
about.
well, I can only speak for myself, but yeah, sure, that's fine.
I'm strictly talking about the trajectories that the series went through, as in both Apollo Justice
Sure,
and Metal Gear Solid
sure.
2, where the controversial titles that essentially replaced the main characters with new characters that the fan base did not click with until a follow-up title, in this case, Metal Gear Solid 4 or Dual Destinies, made said newer character cooler in the fan base's eyes. But admittedly, fans of that previous title are a bit split on how things followed up, essentially.
You'll also notice that it's been patrolled by a big gecko. Like that one.
When Atacom was referring to Sentinels patrolling, he wasn't talking about humans.
Yep.
But yeah, I honestly chalk up this bit to, well, we couldn't think of a good story reason, but we still want you to have to actually do some stealth at Shadow Moses.
Hold on, listen, take a listen.
Yeah.
Hold on, this sounds familiar. Oh, look at it, here we are, we have arrived at Shadow Moses. Oh my god, look at the state it's in.
It would be worse, huh?
Yeah.
Well, hey, guys, it looks great for an HD remake.
The best is yet to come from Metal Gear Solid 1, 1998, music and words by Rika Muranaka. The end credits song, for those who forgot.
Yeah.
So yes, how about that? Not only do characters return, but even flipping songs return to the mix for this.
I guess it makes sense, considering, again, this is supposed to, like we said, wrap things up. And
all right, let's
celebration of
see.
the franchise.
Oh, just
And now we'll get. Hold on.
It's Snake. I'm in front of the disposal facility. Excellent, Snake.
How's that sneaking suit working out?
I'm nice and dry, but it's a little hard to...
Oh my god, I am old. Thanks, Kojima.
He literally beat you to death with the
Like,
nostalgia.
okay, see, this is why this game makes masterful use of nostalgia, because the fans who grew up with Metal Gear Solid 1, like me, are now feeling exactly what Snake is feeling. This feeling of, oh my god, it's been this long.
Well, I feel like
both
most people. I honestly feel like most fans were just fangasming and, oh my god, we're finally
Oh,
done,
sure.
we're finally
Well,
done, this is so cool.
That too, Jova, but from a narrative standpoint, this is also excellent because, again, it's a perfect way of putting the player in Snake's shoes.
It also showcased the fact that things have escalated so much that Shadow Moses in comparison looks nothing.
There we go, the same camera that gave us so much trouble 10 years ago, it's just broke.
It's dead now.
Oh, man.
Hey, look, it's that old crawl space of yours, Snake.
It's still there, and yes, Shiro, they recreated this thing, like, to the minute detail, like...
It's still there, waiting for you to enter it.
Oh right, I forgot. Did either Raiden or the Colonel did mention that they eventually retrieved also the body of the DARPA chief, because otherwise it would have been hilarious if his skeleton was still in his cell.
I don't know, I thought that would have been hilarious, honestly, if that was the case.
Fair, that was Laughing Octopus. That was technically
Laughing Decoy Octopus, sorry,
so,
yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, whatever, Decoy Octopus skeleton. Yeah, there you go. Alright, and then I'm making sure something here. The chaff grenade is still there, in the same spot as in the original game.
To be fair, if I remember correctly, in a run of MGS1, you didn't pass through this, but you went through a lateral corridor, you know, lateral passages.
Wow, you must be crazy to fly hind in this kind of weather.
Oh look guys, our first interaction with Mei Ling.
It's an honor to speak to a living legend like yourself.
Are they using the voice clips from Twin Snake?
No, they're using the voice clips from MGS1.
I don't know, because Mei Ling's accent doesn't seem
I think so, at
pronounced,
least.
So maybe they re-recorded the lines.
Or maybe they
I wonder if
re-recorded
they are
it.
actually using the bits from Twin Snakes. Let me check.
Looks like the front hangar door is open. A little bit at least. You can get in that way if you want.
Yeah, apparently it's from Twin Snake.
Yep.
Alright then.
Snakes.
I get the idea it's because, you know, technically it was easier to access and of higher quality, and I guess it's one way to represent also that game for all the
Like,
entire
technically,
franchise.
Twin Snakes was the HD remake of the
To be
Which-
fair, the
oh,
lines that
okay.
they chose for these, you know, flashback sequences so far have been more harmless compared to the more egregious one in terms of delivery, so fair enough.
Okay. And I'll be honest, I actually still like Twin Snakes for what it does. Like, I don't consider it the definitive way to enjoy the story, but I feel like as far as an HD remake went, it was fine. And heck, even Kojima gave his blessings to that thing, and part of the reason it is so matrixy is because Kojima actually did encourage that they go balls to the wall crazy to make it a different experience.
Kojima didn't
Which
want the
does show
game to be
given
a
how-
carbon copy, so...
Which, to be fair, it does show given how crazy action got starting with Metal Gear Solid 2 anyway, so...
Alright, let's see. My bigger problem is not so much that, my bigger problem is the way the characters are handled, but I've rented enough
That I
about
can
that.
agree with in some scenes, especially the one where Snake... Like, I get that he's supposed to be frustrated, but seriously, pointing a gun at the guy was a little over the top.
Hey, look at that, guys, the ration is also in the same spot.
I hope they are not expired.
The rations are
Go ahead.
full.
Canned food has a tendency of lasting much longer than, you know, regular packages, but I'm sure this...
See, the thing...
Also, you may have noticed, but when Pedro walked over and it said full ration, yes, you can actually eat it if you don't have full rations.
Yeah. You have to also remember, sure, this was back in 2008. Back then, nostalgia was not as prevalent in gaming as it is nowadays, so this was a big novelty at the time.
You know what would be fun? Sorry, go on.
No, go on.
You know what would be funny is if, you know, they did a reference to Brave Fencer Musashi wherein the food has gone so bad that it actually gives you negative effects, like takes away your health or poisons you.
Oh! Hey!
Oh.
Lucky some fashion in this game, I
Yeah,
guess.
Liquid pretending to be Master Miller, yeah. Don't worry, Jova, don't worry, Jova, that's what Peace Walker is for.
I know, but like, okay, it's like some Call Me Johnny said, like, that was one of the misfires of Metal Gear Solid 1, just killing off Miller like a chump like that.
Okay.
But I digress. It is kind of a bit eerie, though, given how, as far as we know, nobody is here.
We're the first person.
Old.
It looks like we might just be the first person in here in 9 years.
Hey, look at that! The place where we fought Raven.
Vulcan Raven, yeah.
Yep. This is literally the equivalent of coming back to the game equivalent of coming back to a house you haven't been in years.
Again, Kingsfield 3 has something like that, where during this very last portion, out of nowhere, because you're not really expecting that, it makes you replay the first level of the very first level of the first game. That's pretty cool.
Also, I like how even
something like that.
I like how even the rats have exclamation points.
Yep.
You think that after 10 years without humans, they will not be that scared, you know, at one.
I guess their ancestors have told them about how
Possibly a
scary the
remnant
humans
of,
can
yeah,
be.
of instinct.
Oh, hold on, there's something here.
iPod.
Oh, we got warhead storage from Metal Gear Solid. The
Who
background.
the heck was leaving an iPod?
And yes, and yes, the tracks for your iPod that are from MGS1 are all obtained here in Act 4, of course.
Oh, well, geckos.
And this time instead,
No, that one's not a gecko. That's an orb drone.
yeah. There you go. So the orb drones now are acting as our security cameras, and yes, the ravens are all out.
Again, Mistral, where you at, girl?
Can you kill the ravens to get pesetas?
Actually, I wonder if Mistral was a scrapped B&B unit concept. Now that I think about
Might
it, she
be,
does.
Might be instead just a reference to that. Well, to be fair, remember the unit, the Desperado of Rising, are still more of a parallel towards the bosses of MGS2 more than anything. So I think Mistral is supposed to be mostly a reference to Fortune.
Well, hey, at least we know why there aren't any rotting corpses in this place.
Well, remember that.
Because all the bodies in the original game vanished.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Remember, MGS1. It was only in MGS2 that they created the mechanic where the bodies are still left behind, which means the others can still find it.
Explode.
Which is why you have to hide the bodies in lockers and stuff like that. But in MGS1, remember, when you kill a human, they just magically vanish. So.
Anyway, the official term for the orb drones are dwarf geckos. So yeah, mini geckos.
Mini geckos.
Also known as tripods and scarabs. But yeah,
The entire gimmick is that we have 3 arms and use them to
hold on.
walk.
Are you Solid Snake? The legendary Solid Snake? You?
Hey, look, our first conversation with Meryl.
You'll land back on to meet me. The reality is no match for Blade.
good times.
I unlocked the cargo door.
I am. God damn it! I am so old. This was back in 1998. Oh my god, I'm. Ugh.
I mean, that's not.
But this was 2004.
True. I guess at that point it wasn't
True, but you have to realize, Dwebs, that the nostalgia here is clearly for people who grew up with MGS1, clearly, because I mean they even had us play for the original PS1 game earlier.
Consider the factor, Dwebs. It's more of a case of while the recording of a line is more recent, the scripting is technically the same, and that one was written around instead the end of the night.
Mm-hmm.
Snake, be careful. There are claymore mines around there. Who are you?
Hey, look, it's our friend Deep.
Very close.
It's our friend Deep Throat.
Right, Deep Throat.
I'm cold.
Thanks for the bonus points. Huh?
All right, let's be careful then.
what's the worst that could happen?
Snake, you should bring a flask with
Oh shit!
Jesus.
That, apparently.
Well, fuck. You might remember this.
Yeah, you should have taken Otacon's advice.
This was for those who forgot. Okay, I guess I'm gonna be tour guide in this part. Okay, what you see now, ladies and gentlemen, is the arena where Snake originally fought the tank boss battle, and now you'll notice that now it's governed by 2 big geckos. Be sure that. I would tell you to take pictures, but there's no photo mode in this game since photo modes weren't really a thing yet at this point in time.
Well, you do have the iPod camera or something, because remember, you gain special interaction if you use them in special occasions like the BB box.
That is true, but I don't think you can extract the screenshots to your computer or phone or anything like that. So.
Fair enough.
I mean,
It's a shame
of
that
course-
this franchise sort of missed out on that whole thing.
I mean, to be fair, isn't that still technically kind of a photo?
I mean, I can work for myself because since I'm recording, I can usually just take a screenshot using my Elgato. So
What are you hoping to accomplish, Pedro?
actually, Teo, I am hoping to accomplish showing something. Let's see what happens if I die in this act.
Ow.
What's this?
Ow.
I'm playing with the geckos, Teo. They look friendly.
Well, like they're
They're
playing with
with you.
There you go. Hold on.
Mission failed. We'll get him next time.
And yeah, if you die in this particular act, it plays a new rendition of the original Game Over theme from MGS1. So there you go. Alright, now let's actually do this proper. You were saying?
I also love that the icons for your for the controller button are usually the same size except the triangle, which is smaller than the others. I don't know why.
Alright, so the basic gist of it is you have to try your best to sneak your way through. This is a sneaking mission after all. And see if you don't wake them up.
You
Also,
must camouflage just as well as them.
What was the first game we implemented photo mode in the modern way when we think?
I don't know.
Wait.
As in,
Oh,
you can save
you
that
mean
on
the
the
modern
console and
way.
you can extract that via USB drive or share them via social media.
Don't. I'm pretty sure it didn't start until the PS4, Xbox One generation.
Yeah,
so.
that's what I mean. But I am curious on.
Oh wait,
who
I think.
started that.
Okay, if I remember correctly, Order 1886 has it, and that was 2015.
I think they might have talked
Let me
about it during
check.
the actual launch of the console, so the actual unveiling of the console. So maybe it was a future feature from the start.
Does maybe you know too? Does Infamous Second
imagine-
Son have it?
I think it might have
Oh.
because that one had ARG interactions entirely. They tried to go even more with that, so probably it has it.
Okay, apparently Infamous Second Son is
Yeah,
believed to
was
have been the game that
I
introduced
was
modern
afraid.
photo
I
mode.
was afraid for a second that NAC was going to be it.
Oh.
Thankfully, no.
No.
God, can you imagine?
I don't think even NAC 2 has it. I think.
I've enjoyed not hearing about those games for a little while.
Oh,
Hey guys,
great.
the selfies are nice.
Oh, but guys, it's such a shame NAC 3 appears to not be a thing. Now we'll never know the true origins of NAC, who they couldn't even bother to hint at in the first two damn games.
I don't care.
Nobody cares. Nobody.
Trust me, Shuri, you win for that.
There's a bit. Yeah.
Life for that.
I'm sorry. Did you say something, Jova? Nobody cares. Nobody cares, Jova. Nobody cares. Anyway, see you for the next part, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.